Hello, this video is given by Professor Melissa Deckman, who is talking about the book she wrote called Tea Party Women, Mama Grizzlies, Grassroots Leaders, and the Changing Face of the American Right. Professor Deckman is a public affairs professor, and her book is about the role women play in creating and leading the Tea Party movement, women's involvement in the Tea Party movement, female political leadership, and women in the American rights. For her book, she interviewed many different women to hear their different perspectives and involvement regarding the movement. She described the women as leaders of the Tea Party movement to be outspoken, and they take up a very small part of the population. She describes the Tea Party women in comparison to other women. She describes them as typically being white, Republicans, middle class, less college educated than others, more religious, socially conservative, working full or part-time, and holding more negative attitudes about Obama than other women do. They also have strong criticism with the Republican Party. However, overall, she mainly describes them as being very conservative. Professor Deckman also says that few Americans feel sympathy with or are inclined to support the Tea Party movement, which she says she understands why. The first thing that I learned from this video regarding leadership is why women joined the Tea Party movement in the first place. Most of the women who joined were fed up with the economic collapse, felt the government was getting too big, and they didn't like the government bailing out Wall Street. They wanted a government that relies on fewer taxes, and they were also just annoyed with all of the government bailouts. Another main reason women joined this movement was because they wanted to make sure their children and grandchildren have a better way of living in the future. They wanted to make sure every child has the chance to get out of poverty and become successful. More mothers needed to get involved in economic politics to ensure that this would happen. The second thing that I learned from this video regarding leadership is why women have emerged as leaders in the Tea Party movement in ways that they haven't in past movements. Women nowadays are bringing more resources into the political arena than they have before. Women now have higher educations, more work experience, as well as managerial experience, which is different from the women in the 1970s who were mainly stay-at-home moms without college degrees. Women today have higher socioeconomic status as well. Overall, I enjoyed this video and learned a lot about the Tea Party women.